If you fail to identify yourself, I'm going to arrest you for refusing to identify yourself.
Wow.
Number 2, I'm going to confiscate all of this as evidence.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Give me your name and badge number. Get back. Stop that music. I'm in a public place. I can film whatever I can see. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime.
Welcome to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato. Meet Austin Whitsitt. And he's at Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, man?
How you doing now?
I'm doing good.
All right. So we're just coming back.
Yeah.
Want to give you every opportunity. We have the permit paperwork if you'd like to apply for a permit. We have your regulations showing you that this is not an approved area. Would you like to move?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, so what's the decibel?
So, well, no, I'm citing you for engaging in an activity.
Well, let me see the law. Do you know how the law works?
So, what I'm asking, I'm going to need your ID.
I don't have to give you my ID. Are you detaining me?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Okay.
Austin refuses to ID and he's being detained. And like all auditors, he asks, for what crime? Police can detain anyone if they suspect a crime until you determine if that crime is or has been committed. It's called investigative detention.
I don't have to give you my ID. Are you detaining me?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Okay, for what? What suspicion of what crime?
If you fail to identify yourself, you're going to be detained.
So to detain me, you have to actually to ID me, you have to detain me.
I just have to cite you.
No.
So I'm citing you with 36 CFR 1.6.
Which says what?
For failing to engage or failing to get a permit for an activity.
So can I see this? Can I see the ordinance?
Yes.
The Rangers inform Mr. Whitsitt that he is violating Section 1.6 of Title 36 of the Code of Federal Regulations by demonstrating without a permit. An attempt to provide him with a copy of the permit application. This section of the code states that the official in charge of a national park, quote, may issue a permit to authorize an otherwise prohibited or restricted activity or impose a public use limit.
Okay, so suspicion of what crime?
You are engaging in an activity that requires a permit.
Can I see the law,
Yes.
then?
Let's go over here.
Why are you trying to move me away from my camera to cite it? You're being really
You
weird.
take your camera.
No, you can just show it to me right now.
Warning, if you're filming in a national park, you actually might be against the national park commercial rules, which basically state that any commercial activity needs a specific permit to be able to take place in the park. So right here on the National Park Service website, they have the general rule. This is for all national parks. So federal law requires a permit for all commercial filming. Doesn't matter the size of crew or type of equipment. This includes individuals or small groups that don't use much equipment but generate revenue by posting footage on websites such as YouTube and TikTok.
Mount Rushmore has a secret. The sculpture, which famously depicts 4 former U.S. presidents as 60-foot granite faces, was constructed between 1927 and 1941. Now, Borglum believed that future generations might find Mount Rushmore as much a mystery as Stonehenge or the pyramids of Egypt. So he wanted to come up with a way to preserve its history and make sure the story behind the carving would never be forgotten. So the vault was built to be just behind Abraham Lincoln's hairline and would contain all the information anyone would ever need to know about the mountain.
Wait. So they would have to blow a hole in Lincoln's head to do this?
Yeah. Finally, in 1998, officials agreed to a scaled-back version of the idea. Today, sculpted into a series of porcelain enamel panels, is the story and history of Mount Rushmore. There are also panels sculpted with the text of the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Gettysburg Address. Now, the Hall of Records, it's not open to the public. Strict security measures have been put in place following a breach by Greenpeace, who hung a banner reading "Stop Global Warming" over the monument in 2009.
What does Mount Rushmore have to do with global warming?
I honestly have no idea. Even high-ranking officials of the government are banned from seeing this hidden and largely unknown chamber.
Austin Whitsitt now goes into full-blown commando auditor behavior.
Don't touch me.
So,
To detain me, you have to articulate suspicion of crime.
Yes, we've tried.
Yeah.
You keep interrupting.
we offered you.
So can I see it?
uh,
You haven't even cited it yet. You haven't cited the ordinance yet.
36
What does it
CFR
say?
1.6.
Specifically, read it.
I'm not required to
Yeah,
do
you are.
that.
Yeah, you are.
Hey,
Negative.
let him talk.
So,
Read the ordinance.
engaging
Trying to.
in an activity requiring a permit.
Okay, so specifically, which part of what we're doing requires the
Using an
permit?
audio device.
Okay, so what's the
Audio,
decibel reading?
Banner.
You can't have it at all.
So can I see the law?
Yes. He's trying to explain this.
I want to see the law.
So what I'm going to need is your ID, or I'm going to need you to give me your name and date of birth, state of your auto.
I need to see the law.
What we're going to do, I'm going to, if you fail to identify yourself, I'm going to arrest you for refusing to identify yourself.
Wow.
Number 2, I'm going to confiscate all of this as evidence.
After Mr. Whitsitt refuses to identify himself, the Rangers threaten to arrest him for failure to identify and to confiscate his video equipment. U.S. Park Rangers are federal law enforcement officers, which means they are generally authorized to enforce both federal laws and the laws of the state where the park is located.
Yeah, that's called theft, big tough guy.
called
So
called
let me tell you what the law says.
Yeah.
So whenever you have to come give a warning as to someone doing something illegal,
I gave it to you.
you have to cite the law and read what it says as to what is prohibited.
Engaging in activity requiring a permit.
So what part of it requires the permit?
Your audio device and your banner.
So can I read the law? Is that an unfounded request?
I'm not required to print out and show you.
You are required to cite the ordinance and say what it says. Okay, then I'll just research. I'll look it up. Say the ordinance again.
Keep your hands out of your pockets for me.
Say the ordinance again, buddy.
Do you have any weapons on you?
Say the ordinance again.
36 CFR 1.6.
36 CFR 1.6.
No,
This is hilarious. I have to do your job for you.
no problem. Sir, put your hands behind your back.
For what?
I'm going to take your phone. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. Put your hands
Wow.
behind your back. You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest.
The fact that the crowd started to applaud and cheer Austin's arrest tells it all. I mean, these people came from all over the country to Mount Rushmore to enjoy a family vacation. An auditor, such as Austin Whitsitt, came to Rushmore to incite confrontation for his YouTube channel. Austin is just lucky that the Gambinos or some other mafia family wasn't there, or he may have ended up in Lincoln's nostril.
Sir, put your hands behind your back.
For what?
I'm going to take your phone. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. Put your hands behind
Wow.
your back. You're under arrest.
I'm under arrest.
All you have to do is leave, man.
This is public property, bro.
Brother, you had a chance.
I asked you just to show me the law,
You
man.
keep interrupting.
I asked to see the law, dude.
To you. You're gonna know what the law is when you get addressed to it in the court of law.
Are you kidding me right now?
No,
Why
I'm
can't
not
I just?
kidding.
Do you know it's illegal to not tell me what the law says?
And we've been trying. You keep interrupting.
I've asked you 30
and
times.
And I'm trying to explain it 30 times.
Okay, will you tell me what the law says then?
You need to stop. You need to stop.
Will you tell me what the law says?
You need to stop.
Mr. Whitsitt claims that the Rangers are legally required to verbally cite the law that they are issuing a citation for, and the Rangers disagree with his assertion. Contrary to popular belief, as the Supreme Court held in the 2004 case of Devon Peck versus Alford, quote, "While it is assuredly good police practice to inform a person of the reason for his arrest at the time he is taken into custody, we have never held that to be constitutionally required."
Wow. Another auditor myth debunked. Now, how many times have we heard auditors state,
You know it's illegal to not tell me what the law says.
except that the Supreme Court ruled that it's not illegal to advise someone the reason that they're being arrested. So if you watch these videos, remember Austin Whitsitt.
You just need to stop, my man. Okay?
Wow.
Please, just calm down, okay?
refuse to identify himself.
Please.
No, I did not.
Austin just claimed that he never refused to identify. Flashback.
I'm going to need your ID.
I don't have to give you my ID. Are you?
Okay?
refuse to identify himself.
Please.
No, I did not. I asked you to tell me what the law says.
Look.
Engaging in a crime, engaging in activity,
Please,
applying a
please,
permit, setting
calm
up
down.
the speaker and the banner on the DVD.
You guys tyrants, dude.
After the Rangers arrested Mr. Whitsitt, the live stream continued for approximately 2.5 more hours as the Rangers escorted the videographer off the park, seized the speaker and the sign as evidence, and wrote the videographer a citation after he provided his ID. It is entirely possible that Mr. Whitsitt knowingly violated the permit law as a form of protest against free speech restrictions, but there are certainly more productive locations to express that notion than a monument that many fellow citizens have spent time and effort traveling to. Mr. Whitsitt demonstrated a complete disregard for the other individuals visiting the monument and lacked any serious understanding of the First Amendment and the law in general. Being asked to speak at the same volume as everyone else in the room is not a form of censorship, and this interaction highlights the notion that the limitations of free speech can be just as valuable as its protections.
Austin Whitsitt is a street performer, no more, no less. That's my take on it. What's yours?
The John Ligato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like what you saw today, hit subscribe and like. Semper Fidelis.